Original Brésil, on vous l'avait promis, nous on est venu sur Rio pour profiter de l'ambiance de la Coupe du Monde, mais également pour rencontrer certains artistes. On a eu l'opportunité de travailler un petit peu avec Amador Perez et de l'interviewer pendant une exposition qui se déroule sur Rio, donc je vous laisse en profiter.
So, Mr. Perez, thank you very much to be with us today.
Okay, I thank you.
Could you talk a little bit about your project and your way of seeing art?
Yes. Now I'm doing this exhibition from the memory of one single image. That's a drawing I have made in 1981.
Okay.
And here I work mainly the idea of loneliness. I mean, my relation with the memory of this image and your relation with my loneliness.
Okay.
I mean, your loneliness and mine together. So something that we cannot divide, we cannot share.
Of course.
Something that belongs to you and that belongs to me.
So through your exposition, you're helping us seeing our own loneliness,
Yes.
the way you experienced it in
That's
1901.
one main idea, because I think that art, it's a very individual experience.
That's true.
And in this way, the artist do make art for himself, first of all.
First of all, for yourself.
As a needing, a vital needing. And after that, he wants to, the artist, he or she, wants to share this experience,
Of course.
to communicate, and to live through this relation, through this act of passion and love. I believe that it's look a little bit like a cliche, but it's not. It's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, we totally understand the fact that through your experience and your way of seeing things, you can communicate with others and give them a little bit of your own feelings.
Yes.
So in a way, no, it's not cliche at all. I totally understand what you say.
For me, it's very interesting during the World Cup in Rio to see people coming from other countries with completely different experience in their lives, different civilizations and cultures, and to see how they react to my work.
Absolutely. That's also why we are here. We went a lot of streets here in Rio, and it was that communion of seeing people sharing their own experience with others, and of course I believe you see many strangers stopping through the gallery, entering and say, okay, what is this? And it's also a part of the experience of being in Rio.
That's the question. The exhibition is called Quantos Quadros? Two different words beginning with K. Quantos, so how much?
How much?
Quadros, paintings.
Yeah.
The idea of a singular work of art that can multiply in your imagination.
Yes.
So I'm working with this idea. But since we have met, I have thought about the relation between football game and the game players at the arena, and we here in this arena, and in the game, in the football game, as in any other game, you have very strict rules.
Yeah, rules were settled.
In art, thanks God, we don't have it anymore, but we had in the past. But it's still today that we live a life very runny life, with corrida, very the speed is very fast, very quick.
Course, yeah.
I intend with my work to stop a little bit people
to freeze in time,
yes,
and have
take a time,
a different analysis.
And look
of course,
look deeply, feel the image, try to understand it rationally and by heart, and give me the answer. That's the idea. Like in football, you see, you have Neymar, you have all the fantastic game players. They obey the rules, but their way of living, their way of thinking, their way of playing is absolutely different.
Yeah.
Their styles are totally different.
It's still individual.
Individual.
Of course, we get
And
it.
this they cannot share with nobody else.
No, absolutely.
And the big audience that's assisting the game, they understand that completely. Not by thinking too, but after. But
First
they
the act.
respond immediately,
Yeah.
physically, emotionally, to that act of game.
Absolutely. And can you tell us a little bit about the art life here in Brazil, and more specifically in Rio? We've seen many different way of expressing themselves. What do you think that art can give to the society, for example?
I think that art can give everything we need. I mean, to reflect, to think about life in itself, and to share. This is a very delicate question, because when you share what? What you are really sharing? A thought, or a painting, or a drawing that has a value, a very specific value in the art market. How do you think this system of art? So art can give us freedom to think,
Yes.
freedom to feel, and a very revolutionary feeling that is not to have rules in your life.
To
The
think
whole exhibition is
outside.
very ruled. You have basically 4 walls, 3, because one is a window.
Yes.
That I love this window, because it creates a kind of eye of the gallery for the world, from outside and from inside.
Yes, absolutely.
We have three walls, and some paintings on the walls. It's very traditional, but I hope the images I'm projecting make you to think art as, for me, the perfect way for you to feel free, inside and outside, for you to purpose a free relation between people, between things, between inside system and outside system.
That's a beautiful way of seeing it.
Thanks.
Mr. Perez, thank you very much for your experience and your feelings about your work, and how people can receive your work and understand it or not. That's very interesting.
It's part.
Voilà, j'espère que vous avez profité de ce petit moment avec Amador Perez. On a également voulu vous proposer quelque chose d'un peu différent avec Maxwell Alexandre, qui lui est skateur professionnel sur les rues de Rio. Donc je vous laisse profiter de ses talents et des quelques mouvements qu'il nous a offerts.
Tall and tan and young and handsome, the boy from Ipanema goes walking, and when he passes each girl he passes goes.
Maxwell, thank you to be with us today. Can you talk a little bit about how you discovered the skating?
Eu descobri o patins foi de uma maneira meio incomum, que foi através do jogo de videogame. Eu queria ser um personagem de videogame que usava um patins meio futurístico e era um super-herói. Eu sempre tive essa fascinação em ter uma vida um pouco mais como se fosse uma aventura. E por querer ser esse personagem, eu procurei o patins street como uma opção diferente de vida.
And how long ago was that you discovered this passion?
9 anos atrás.
And I believe that, do you train a lot? Do you have some special events you follow?
Atualmente eu ando de patins um pouco menos do que eu gostaria por conta da faculdade, dos trabalhos, mas eu costumo andar aí umas 4 horas por semana e não tenho competido muito também por conta dos outros trabalhos, mas eu tenho produzido bastante vídeos, gravado bastante entrevista, feito bastante fotos, mas como se fosse um trabalho também com patins, por conta dos patrocínios e essas coisas.
So absolutely, you're still a student, you go to university, and you have like this real work, side work. You say you take photos, but do you prepare for some special events, some special competitions?
Competição atualmente eu não tenho ido muito não, mas eu tenho participado de alguns eventos, por exemplo, dentro da favela da Rocinha, de onde eu venho. Tem uma ONG de esportes radicais com um projeto social para as crianças e de vez em quando eu faço algumas demonstrações para o pessoal da comunidade, para as crianças ter uma referência do que é o patins e poderem começar a praticar essa modalidade.
That's another question I wanted to ask about your special life. You say you come from a favela called Rocinha. So how is the life over there for a skater like you? And especially we wanted to know how the community see your work and the special sport, the special street art.
A aceitação é muito boa, porque a ONG já é um projeto respeitado e por ser um dos únicos patinadores da comunidade praticando um esporte tão diferente, tem um reconhecimento muito bom. As pessoas se identificam com o que eu faço, não por ser o patins, mas por ser um jovem que conseguiu reconhecimento fora da comunidade. E é como se eu estivesse representando de fato a Rocinha. Então as pessoas se identificam com isso. As crianças me veem na rua e ficam gritando: Maxwell, do patins, que não sei o quê. E vêm atrás, perguntam, querem andar de patins também. Eu acho isso muito gratificante.
So you kind of represent a way for the children to get out of the favela and to have the opportunity to do something of their life other than like the common other sports. I believe that here in Brazil, football is like the first way of the children from the favela to get out of this situation, and you kind of provide another way for them to think. How do you see yourself as a model for the children?
Eu vejo esse fator que você falou do futebol ser tipo a primeira opção, e na favela isso ainda é mais forte. Você tem milhares de quadras e 2 rampas para praticar patins de street ou qualquer outra modalidade radical. E eu tento fazer o meu trabalho hoje em dia até mais. Eu vejo que as crianças se inspiram no que eu faço, mas eu tento mostrar para elas que o patins é só mais uma ferramenta para você conseguir outras coisas, entendeu? O patins para mim abriu outras portas, tipo, eu consegui entrar na faculdade, eu conheci um grupo de pessoas muito bom que tem um trabalho muito, muito bom também, então eu tento mostrar o patins como ferramenta de inserção social. Então é isso que eu tento passar para a molecada, entendeu? Eu falo, vocês estão andando de patins, está estudando? Estou estudando, então beleza, é isso aí mesmo.
Oh, that's a very good way of seeing it, and I believe you're going to be able to show and to open other gates for other doors for some children of the favela. Good luck with that. Maxwell, thank you, and it was really nice to meet you today. We can wish you the best for your sport and the fact that they're going to be able to open other skate parks near the favela. So thank you very much to be here with us. And,
Obrigado.
Essa ficou irada, hein?